Okay, so I'll read the introduction. We can just swap out reading, I guess, as we do.
All right, yeah.
Ice powers are really cool. Okay. Oh, that was a joke. I'm sorry, I didn't get it.
Yeah, I hope it was.
I don't think it was. It will be fun to make people think you have them. This is already this is like third grade reading level. I feel like ice powers are cool. It will be
And
fun to make.
mentality also.
Yeah, it will be fun to make people think you have them. Powerful to everyone.
No, when they find out you're not.
You will have the knowledge to prove them that you are so powerful that you make Elsa look like nothing but a little snow bunny. Okay.
Okay.
I don't know what that means. Okay. Right. So, start us off with step one. How do I pretend to have ice powers if I'm a girl?
Well, for step one, you have to really seem cold. You have to have cold hands. You have to dip your hands in ice cold water every now and then, and every now and then to make them cold again. Don't let your hands freeze, or this will hurt and could potentially give you hypothermia,
Oh no,
hypoxia, hypoglycemia, and frostbite. Make sure you dry your hands off, otherwise it won't seem like it's real. And I'm sure this will only last for an hour at most, not even.
Yeah, I feel like I thought seeming cold was sort of like a personality thing, just act cold and distant or something. But no, it's just dip your hands in ice a lot, but don't
just
get
hold your hands in
frostbite.
a bucket of ice water, and then go touch someone. They'll think you have ice powers.
Yeah, and they'll be like, "Oh, you're cold." It's like, well, it's
That's
not
the
the ice
logical
powers.
conclusion to make. Yeah.
Okay. Act like you have a cold. Wait, act like you love. Sorry, that was a different one. That's how to act like you have a cold.
What a bounty of knowledge we have here.
Yeah, how to call out sick from work or something. I don't know. Act like you love cold, like it doesn't bother you. And if you can touch snow or ice with bare hands, this will show people that you're hardcore and not someone who has trouble touching snow.
I also have
feel
trouble
like
touching
this doesn't even
snow.
make sense. Yeah, but I do suffer from having trouble touching snow. Every time I'm in a snowball fight, I just can't.
I just fumble around. I just drop it. It just slips through my hands.
Because it's snowing now, so hopefully tomorrow there'll be a fresh coat of it on the ground. So I'm gonna walk around and just start touching it. Of course, I'm not a girl, so this doesn't really work. But I'm gonna start touching the snow. And people are gonna be like, "Wow, he doesn't have trouble touching that snow." Let me tell you.
Must have some ice powers.
And that's pretty hardcore, whenever you can touch snow or ice. I'll just
Oh yeah, that's pretty up there. Unless the hardcore thing.
yeah, I'll order soda with extra ice. That's gonna blow people away.
All right. Now, step 3. Whenever you see a movie where someone has ice powers, look at your hand for a second and say mysteriously, "You should see the real thing." This will make people wonder aloud what you were talking about. Yes, it will. That's very true.
Is this a bad attempt at a joke, or whenever you see a movie where someone has ice powers, so you already
Joe,
there's not that many, right? There's Frozen, there's The Incredibles, and it's probably you're probably already scraping the bottom of the
Jack
barrel.
Frost, maybe, and that's about it.
Yes, Jack Frost. But so yeah, you're really I don't even know how you're getting this consistently going to see movies about this, but I guess when the event comes up, there's very the times to prove yourself being having ice power seem to be very far and few between, so you really gotta be prepared.
Yeah, I was gonna say you have to be doing this on the same person or same group of people for this to have an effect. Because otherwise, it's just gonna be a bunch of isolated incidents, and people are just gonna think you're crazy. Oh man, I thought there was a pun in there. I just didn't realize it.
Now I'm starting to think that you have ice powers. So,
ew, you should see the real thing.
Yeah, it's just coincidentally your friend invites you to every movie that involves ice powers and says the same thing every time.
How come step 3 doesn't say always go to see movies about people with ice powers, and whenever you see them, look at your hands and say mysteriously, "You should see the real thing."
I'm sorry.
Just to clarify.
Wait, what? Can you repeat the first part of that again?
I said, how come step 3 doesn't include always go to see movies where people have ice powers?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I mean that. I also feel okay. So, are you trying to get people to think that you have ice powers, but you're keeping them a secret, or are you just trying to be open about it? And then
yeah, because what if someone believes you and then they say, "Okay, show me something," and you're
yeah, and then and if they're like, "Oh, what was that? What are you gonna do?" "Oh, nothing." "Oh, Freudian slip." I don't know. Okay. When someone oh, this is great. When someone talks about ice powers, act a bit nervous. Look at your hands for a moment. Maybe draw on a pair of gloves. Then suddenly start talking about something else. Mystery is good for powerful ice mage. Don't go too crazy with this, though. What is too crazy with this? Like
wearing a trench coat and a hat. I don't know.
like someone brings up ice powers and you have a panic attack. Like, how do you take this too far? You know what I mean?
Ice powers, those aren't real. Like you take your hands and you rub them like feverishly.
I guess, or like I don't know, you just start shooting ice at people. Like, oh whoops.
And also when someone starts talking about ice powers, which again, that's all the time. Common topic.
Yeah.
Politics, religion, ice powers.
When did this come up in a conversation? I did see this on the comments of like their Reddit thing. Like,
clearly after you've gone to see a movie where a person has ice powers.
I guess after you've already said you should see the real thing, and then they say, like, "Whoa, those ice powers are pretty cool." You go,
maybe this is all happening at the same time. Like you're planning to go see a friend, and before you leave, you dip your hand in some ice water. On your way out, you like grab some snow. And you go to the movies. Then afterwards, talk about the movie.
I feel like at this point, like the ice powers would start to seem like a new thing. Like it would start to be like, oh wow, like did you develop these ice powers overnight? Because all the other times we hung out, you never did anything suspiciously involving ice. So, but yeah, I mean, ice powers. At least I know with me and my friends, I know with me and you, like that's just brought up all the time, and it
is, yeah. We've had a couple. We had some segments on Hangouts about ice powers. We had to delete them because there's too many of them.
Yeah.
I get sidetracked.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All right. Let's move on.
All right.
Part 2.
Part 2 is looking cold. So, okay, this is good. Step 1: wear blue and white a lot. Balance between white and blue. That makes it look reasonable. However, too much white will make you like Cinderella, and too much blue will make you look like a Smurf. Okay. You're trying to be a serious ice mage. Oh yeah. You can also have a necklace or a ring that looks like an amulet. Be very protective with it, and if anybody asks why, say it supports my POW, and then think of another reason. This is a great way for seeming mysterious. It supports my POW. I mean, I don't have ice powers. I'm Lucky O'Neill. I'm not a leprechaun. Spiffy. Check my website. Like that's like pretty much the same concept of like just excessively dropping hints. It just it supports my POW. It's decorative. Like step 2 is get a necklace, I guess, in addition to your amulet. Make it look like an amulet. Well, okay, I guess in lieu of an amulet. To elaborate, the best color is light blue. That's right between white and blue, so not too much like Cinderella, not too much like a Smurf. The perfect middle ground. Like, what about like a Cinderella Smurf? Would that automatically be like the Ice Queen? I think so. I think it's a dead giveaway. Yeah. Not any color will work. Not what about white? What about light blue? Only shades of blue. Okay. Anything else, you might get me ridiculed as a poser. Oh, all the time. Yeah, that'll be what gives it away. Yeah, no, and all of like the hardcore Ice Mage community, so gonna be like, oh. Yeah, they'll realize you're a fake and kick you out of their group. I feel like wearing too much light blue would make you more of a poser in this case, right? It's literally like wearing like too much black would like make you like a poser. I don't know. It's whatever. All right. Okay. Now on bullet points, get an amulet. Blue is the best color, and always hold it next to you, or simply wear it. Okay. I guess always holding it next to you would be a little bit challenging. So at that point, yeah, it seems more of a handicap, honestly. Just wear it. How do you make it look like an amulet? Like, what's the deal with that? Okay. Wear a light blue necklace with crystal shapes like snow. Okay. Great. Okay. Next step. Step 3, really dumb. Paint the palm of your hand a pale white. This does not do anything. It just looks cool, and as someone who is an ice mage, you are cool. That pun's intended, not the one at the instructions at the beginning. Yeah, now was not intended. Now I know that one was not intended, or it would have been bolded and. Yeah, they would have let us know. Yeah, wait. This does not do anything. Okay, I'm breaking this out. So as opposed to the other ones that they do things. Yeah, they do help you to have powers. It just looks cool. As someone who is an ice mage, you are cool. As someone who is an ice mage, does it look cool though? People probably think you were like doing a messy project or something. Yeah, I feel like it wouldn't look. Or that you have a skin disease or something. One or the other. Or both.
Alright.
Yeah.
Dye your hair white or blonde. Why not light blue, right? Isn't that what we're going with? Elsa from the movie Frozen, but do it even better.
Take it up to 11. When was this posted? I wonder if this was like posted around the same time that movie came out.
I'm sure it was, but I do like how I don't understand. Like, I feel like if you do all these things, like people are just gonna be like, "Oh, you're really into Frozen, aren't you?"
Yeah, right. Like this seems more like cosplaying instructions.
Yeah, like you're wearing like the same colors, you have like the same hair, but I do like the instruction. Do it even better. Like that's such a
Yeah.
like I hope
So
that
vague. Like
I hope that How to Perform stand-up comedy has the same type of thing where it's like, well, do what other stand-up comedians do, but do it better.
yeah. Like okay, that's all I gotta do.
Oh, nice. Okay.
All right, on to part 3. Other icy activities.
Oh, good.
Step 1: study snow in school. This doesn't have to be permanent, just for a few years.
What the hell?
I'm gonna major in snow. Why? It's for my pal. I mean, my education.
But only for a couple years. Wait, okay. So, first of all, study snow in school. If we're talking about college here, like that only is a few years. It's not a permanent thing.
Yeah, so you don't really have a lot of room to mess around with snow.
Second of all, what field do you go into with that? Like,
all I can think is like some kind of environmental class, but even then, like, there's no one that specifies on snow.
What class do you take about snow? Where do you get a book called Snow that's like light blue and
Snowology?
And you just read it in school? Like in school, you just like pull out your snow book for a couple years and
with your giant snowflake lamp behind you.
I guess I don't understand how this actually works in practice. I'd love to see. It doesn't have to be permanent, just for a few years. Like I think after a few years of doing all this stuff, people are gonna catch on that you're a little bit into Frozen. So
yeah, this is still like helping to build the illusion that you have
ice
snow powers.
Right.
This seems like a bit much.
It does seem like you're going a little bit too far for something that most people are not gonna believe, anyways, just based on logic. All right. Did you do the study snow in school, or did
I think that was me.
Okay. All right. Another icy activity is to draw snowflakes, ice, and icebergs all the time. Yeah, just like draw them like killing the Titanic.
Just like draw a square. Look at my ice cube.
Yeah. Yeah. Draw them on your books, preferably your snow books, in diaries or on scrap paper, etc. Leave drawings around for others to see. Leave mysterious things on them, like spells.
I like how it's like leave mysterious things on them. Period. Like spells. Like what? What spells?
Well, I mean, you're an Ice Mage. You should know all about.
Oh yeah, the spells you picked up while studying snow for years.
Yes. I mean, I guess this is all to build the perception. Like, I don't know if someone's drawing icebergs. That's weird.
I'm not going to assume that they are ice mages.
I feel like snowflakes is one thing. Cubes is just kind of weird. Like, that's like maybe if you're drawing like an igloo or something, right? But like, no, if you're just like drawing ice cubes all the time, that'd be weird. But icebergs it's even weirder. And are you drawing just the tip of the iceberg, the full iceberg? Or are you drawing it in like, the action scenes like the Titanic, or is it just kind of just floating there? I mean, I don't know.
You gotta really be doubling down on your ice activities here if you're doing this stuff.
And what spells are you using? Like actual like Wiccan like spells, or are you doing like spells from Frozen if there were any? I'm not really sure how that works. Or are you just making your own from like Latin roots? How are we making spells? I don't understand that. Get better.
Oh man. Well, maybe if we study snow for a couple years, we'll understand. It'll make sense.
All right. Well, this next one I think will really help with all of these.
Oh yeah, this one looks good. Step 3. Have secrets. Be a little bit mysterious and act like you have some secret, but never reveal it. People who reveal it are not true ice mages.
How does this work in practice? Give me an example of acting like you have a secret but never telling me.
Hey, you want to know something?
Yeah, sure.
I have a secret.
Oh, well, tell me all about it.
I can't.
Oh, why not? We've been friends for all this time, and you're gonna hold back information?
Because then you'll find out about my ice pal. I mean, I can't.
Alright, perfect execution.
This is where I'd slowly back away after putting my hood up, as seen in the picture.
Alright, next step is to write icy things, of course. Um,
Okay.
sometimes go to some quiet place, get a paper, pen, and write something. What can associate with ice powers? Write it over and over. What?
Is anyone going to see this?
I'm not sure I understand this step. Yeah, is anyone gonna see
Write
this?
something. Write something. What can associate with ice powers?
Oh, write it over and over. What am I writing?
Ice, chills, cold, glacier, frostbite.
Over and over.
Like,
And what, like, if someone like sees you writing all this stuff, it's like, oh, it's just my ice pow. I mean,
must be one of those ice mages.
I'm just writing in my journal. Luckily, they do provide some tips and some warnings. So,
Good.
if you wanna, we can just read through these. In order, I guess. So,
Here are the tips. Carry ice now and then. Push it or toss it away from you, or have it popping out of your pockets. I think that would melt. That would probably melt.
yeah, like, why do you always have wet pockets?
Yeah, it's like, no reason.
It's my ice pow. I mean, I spilled some water again. Darn it.
Make your lips a dark blue. You can do this by using a Smurf lip gloss. It
What?
doesn't have to be Smurf.
Yeah.
Like, there's blue lip gloss. I don't know why you're going to Smurf and Cinderella.
Oh no.
You could also buy. Oh, you can also buy a blue lipstick. There you
Okay. Well, I guess Smurf's probably a cheaper option.
go. Probably. Never tan or expose yourself to too much sun, and always wear pale foundation.
So we're already like going into like negative life habits. Like, all right, just stay inside.
Yeah,
because you don't want to
become a hermit first and foremost.
Yeah, you don't want to not look like an ice mage. But hey, I think we already have this like down. Like, we can already become ice
We
mages.
do. Yeah, I'm already halfway there, honestly. So. Never tell it to anyone, not even your best friend or those you trust. Just make them think, make them suspect it, but never confirm it. Basically.
I feel like all these things are just ways to like ruin your life a little bit. Not that much,
pretty
but a little
much.
bit.
Yeah, they are a path to that.
Yeah,
life ruining.
like even though it's a really dumb secret, like just trying to like intentionally not tell your friend something, like your best friend or those you trust, like to try to like make up a fake secret to withhold from them, like that's kind of strange, right?
Like, yeah, I feel like this is stuff that'd be in elementary school, possibly middle school, maybe with a stretch.
I guess
yeah.
I guess we're applying it to like people our age, kind of subconsciously. But yeah, I guess this would be, like,
Yeah, because I'm trying to think, like, no one would do this. Well, actually, there are people who would do this, now that I think about it. And they probably, I'm sure there are people who think they're ice mages.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of scary. But,
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, they're kind of the outlier here.
Right. All right, so there are some warnings as well. Don't openly say that you're an ice mage. Okay.
Oops. Oh, no, I forgot. Important rule.
And the most important for this is don't let haters get you down. You do you.